On Thursday, March 18th, we have a lot going on, okay? This is going to be a good day, but we have a lot going on. So first and foremost, the moon is moving out of the Tauran energy. It's going to go void, of course, around 5:40 p.m., again, Atlantic Standard Time. So the bulk of the day, especially the working day, if you will still be in Tauran energy. We're keeping it low, we're keeping it slow, we're sticking to routines, we're doing all kinds of self-love. And then the moon is going to be moving into Gemini around 8:47 p.m. Now the transition here between going from an earth energy to an air energy, they're complete opposite earth and air elements, right? They are the furthest away. You have water and fire in between those two elements. So there is quite a jump here. And we go from our physical bodies, our physical realm, our physical experience to a journey of our emotional mental planes. That Gemini energy rules over the mental plane, rules over information and perspectives and how, again, we express ourselves. The Gemini moon is very curious, very busy, wants to bring in all kinds of new information, wants to socialize, wants to collaborate, wants to multitask. It's kind of all over the place. And when we make that transition from the low and slow earthy energy to that high vibrational scatterbrain all over the place, can't get enough information in that airy element of Gemini, there is a rising in intensity, a nervousness, an anxious type of energy as the energy builds. If you are following the moon guide on my website, you'll definitely find a lot more explanation on what it is that we can expect when we move out of one element and into the other. But, briefly, that's kind of what we can expect when we go from the earthy energy all the way up into the sky, up into the cosmos, up into the mental plane. So it's definitely a transition that we feel very, very deeply. The moon will be making 6 different aspects here today. One of the most important that I want to talk about is the moon sextiling, which is a good energy, a good vibration with Neptune, still in Pisces, its power placement, and Venus. As we kind of explored last week, Neptune and Venus are very close to each other in the cosmos, and without any other planetary aspects, Neptune and Venus sitting together, being in close proximity, is a manifestation energy. It is when dreams come true. It is when new relationships come into fruition, when new creative projects come into fruition. Also, when the vision, when the dream work that we've been doing starts to peek into our realities. So this particular energy with the moon sextiling Neptune and Venus, this is going to show us progress, especially where we're healing, especially in our relationships. This is going to be a good day vibe. We still have some other aspects to explore though. Venus herself is making a couple of aspects in the cosmos. First and foremost, a sextile, a good energy with Pluto, the great transformer, the great god of the underworld, showing us where we can take our power back, where we can alchemize the darkness, the pain, into a source of power and into a source of light. So Venus, she already went through some stuff the day before, feeling negative Nancy and disconnected and lonely and really reevaluating how it is that she's sharing herself, her life, her energy with other people. She's also going through a deep state of realizing her own self-worth here. And we'll talk about that in just a second because she is wrapping up her time in Piscean energy before she jumps into Arian energy as well, which we will get to. But she's also making an aspect with Mars. Venus is the feminine divine. Mars is the masculine divine. These two are the lovers of the cosmos, constantly spending all of eternity chasing each other around the cosmos, getting into situations of love, of meetups, of conflict, of tension. And today there is a reigniting of passion and desire, especially where relationships are concerned. So this aspect with Pluto and this aspect with Mars, this is wanting new connections, wanting a new level of commitment, wanting a new level of intimacy. There's a lot of wants coming out from Venus's list of things to do here. And those wants are very, very validating for her because she has spent the last God knows how long facing all the wants, needs, and desires that she's currently not being fulfilled, right? There's a lot of unfulfillment going on in relationships. This is why soul contracts are ending, new ones are beginning. Doesn't necessarily mean that they're ending, and you have to let go of your person to move on to a new one. But even in the most committed relationships, y'all have reached a breaking point. Shit has got to change. There's a disconnect there. You want to feel connected and on the same page once again, and it will happen. But on this particular day, Venus is all about recognizing where she is lacking. And from that, she is creating a new list of wants, needs, and desires that she will stop at nothing to get fulfilled. Mars and Uranus are making a little bit of an aspect today, to which, cautionary note, could mean a little bit too aggressive, a little bit too passionate, a little bit too intense. And because it's Uranian energy involved, it could come out of nowhere. And I hate to continue to say that, this Mars energy could always just be in a tantrum of sorts, but we have to remember Mars is in Gemini, ready to pop off that throat chakra at any time. We're not using filters here as much as we really should be. And that Uranian energy can, again, wild card, shock and awe. Like, you could literally just open your mouth and say a whole bunch of stuff that you don't even mean. And then all of a sudden you created a situation of drama, of just shock and awe. And this could either be a good thing if you're trying to, use that throat chakra for good and advocate for yourself and speak your truth and tell your story and declare your wants, needs, and desires that Venus is kind of showing you. Or it could lead to, just like I said, a dramatic situation that just shouldn't have happened in the first place. So we want to be very careful on how it is that we use this particular energy. One last thing before we wrap this up. For Thursday, especially towards the end of the day, we are moving into the very last days of Pisces season. And, when the sun gets to that 28th, 29th critical degree in any sign, it becomes a crisis energy. We feel the push, we feel the drive to wrap up the lessons that the season were kind of designed to teach us. And, many of us will be very happy to move out of Piscean energy, but there is going to be a push on the energies here. What does that mean? It means that we're still healing, because again, Pisces energy, number one, healing, reconnection with soul, karmic cycles ending for new ones to begin, empathic, psychic abilities, right? We're getting our upgrade. If you haven't felt the energy upgrade shift in your vibration already, you will feel it before the sun is done in Piscean energy.